Hi, I'm Hanbit, and I'm a pastry chef from Korea. Hi everybody, it's Hanbit here. 안녕하세요, 조한빛입니다. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make amazing ginger cookies that are perfect for Christmas. I'm sure you've heard of gingerbread cookies and also molasses cookies. To be honest, the cookies that I'm making today are closer to molasses cookies because they have both molasses and ground ginger. I've also added a bit of cinnamon, so the combination of cinnamon, ginger, and molasses, they create amazing flavor. These cookies are relatively easy to make, and to be honest, they're so delicious that you should make them all year round and not just for Christmas. So why don't we start right away? Right, I'll go through the ingredients. I'm going to use the standard creaming method, and I'm sure you've seen my previous videos where I use this method to make cookies, pound cakes, and etc. And what's most important when using the creaming method is that you want all your ingredients to be at room temperature. So that's somewhere around 20 to 22 degrees Celsius. So right now, all my ingredients are at 20 to 22 degrees Celsius. So here is my unsalted butter. Over here, I've got white sugar, so normal just white granulated sugar, and brown sugar. I'm using a mix of the two rather than using just white sugar alone because the dark brown sugar goes so well with the molasses, and it also gives that nice deep brown color and the flavor. Whole eggs. And here I've got dry ingredients. The couple of ingredients you see here are the spices. I'm going to use cinnamon and ground ginger. Obviously, you can use other spices as well. So for example, you can use allspice, cardamom, and etc. Any other Christmas spices you can think of. But I'm just using those two today. Baking soda, which will give the lift, and all-purpose flour. I know that I usually use cake flour for a lot of my pastry products, but in this case, for this cookie, I'm going to use all-purpose flour because I want to give more of that chewy flavor and I don't want the texture to be too light. That's why. And also, it's much easier to find all-purpose flour in a regular home kitchen. And finally, the most important ingredient is the molasses. You really do need molasses, and this is a key ingredient for this cookie. It will really give that dark flavor, as well as the color. But in terms of the color and the depth of flavor, you really do need the molasses. And finally, I've got some light brown sugar here. I'm not going to add this into the cookie dough, but once I'm done with the cookie dough, I'm going to roll it in the light brown sugar. And I know that some people use white granulated sugar, which is fine, but I prefer using light brown sugar as they have kind of larger granules. So I've gone through all the ingredients, so why don't we start right away? I'm first going to lightly beat the butter. Right, now I'm going to add in the white sugar and the dark brown sugar. Just be careful with the dark brown sugar because it creates lumps and it's very lumpy. So you do need to watch out and try and break it into smaller pieces and cream it with the butter. So just watch out for that. Right, so I've creamed the butter and the sugar, and now I'm going to add in the eggs. And I'm going to add the eggs in 3 to 4 additions. Now the last addition of eggs. Great, now I'm going to add in all the rest of the ingredients. Baking soda, the spices. By the way, I've sifted the powder in advance, and even if I don't mention it, just always sift the powder ingredients. Okay, so the dry ingredients go in, as well as the molasses. Right, I'm going to mix it until it forms a dough. I'm just going to stop halfway to just clean the side of the bowl. Right, I'm done. So now I'm going to form this into a bowl and split this dough into 8. And to be more precise, I'm going to weigh them out individually. Right, I'm going to take the dough, weigh out 45 grams each, bring them into a bowl, roll them in the light brown sugar and place them on the tray. I've placed the cookies and I'm just going to press them down slightly, so when they're baked, they come out as nice round cookies. Perfect, now I'm going to bake them in the preheated oven. Right, my cookies have just come out of the oven and they smell fantastic. They smell so good. I want to try them now, but I can't because they're too hot. So I'm going to transfer them to a cooling rack, let them cool down, and then try it. Finally, it's time to try this amazing ginger cookie. In terms of the texture, it's slightly chewy inside, and in terms of the flavor, you have the deep and the richness coming from the dark brown sugar and the molasses. And also you've got that Christmas spices, right? The ginger and the cinnamon. It's an amazing cookie, you have to make this. So before I finish off, another bite. Well, hope you've enjoyed this tutorial and please make these cookies for this Christmas. Your friends and families will love them because they're more than delicious. And just share the love. I'll see you next time with another amazing recipe. Thank you very much and Merry Christmas! 감사합니다. For more YouTube videos, please click here. If you want to take a step further with your baking and pastry, then please visit my website on www.hanbitshow.com. Thank you very much. 감사합니다.